Hello, and welcome to a video. I know this is not the greatest intro ever, but anyway, I'm here to review this IKKO dock. Don't say it's not a DAC, although it does have a DAC in the dock with an amp. We're getting to it, all right? We're gonna get to all of this, links to this. However, I just want to point out that Elegoo sent me a printer. And let me just show you the printer. Hold on a second. Oh, well, not sponsored by. Here is the Elegoo Neptune 3, the new FDM printer that they sent me. And I wanted to get this video clip out before the sale ends. It hasn't ended yet. It might end real soon. $209 for this 3D printer. A full review is coming. It's got the most incredible non-stick bed I've ever seen. It's got auto bed leveling. It's got full metal mechanisms. It's got a feed stop in case you run out. And it's got a detachable screen. And it's an amazing printer. So we'll get to this later on this channel. But if you want to pre-order it now, it's like $209. If it's not $209, I fucked up. Anyway, link to this in the description and back to the X-Duo review. Are we back? Okay, cool, yeah. So I just checked, and as of this recording, which should be the day before, there is still time to pre-order the Neptune 3 at $209. It's ridiculous. But now we have to get on to the thing I'm actually reviewing, which is $100 on Amazon, $100 on IKKO's site directly, $80 on Hi-Fi Go, and $100 on Keep Hi-Fi, which is a site I actually worked with a while back. And it's this, which, Zeos, what is this? So IKKO, you know IKKO. IKKO makes lots of IKKO things. They put out a dock, DOC, for your laptop. There's a laptop, said laptop, and it is a USB-C going into this little metal box. And then I have got almost everything plugged in. I'm missing, I think, a micro SD card. But I've got my keyboard here. I'm using that Philips display, which is getting its review at some point, coming out of the HDMI in the back. It says it'll do 4K 60. I just don't think this laptop can push it through the USB-C because I'm only getting 4K 30. We've got this USB being fed into it, which is the power supply for the SteamDeck, because we're going to try to get the SteamDeck to work with the dock. The deck with the dock with the DAC. So the blue cable here goes to this X-Duo XA10 and is currently powering the beautiful Atriums. So that's okay. And the keyboard in the front, we've got this little wireless dongle for this thing. This company actually sent me a couple things to just unbox on the unboxing channel. Check out the unboxing channel. It's a Proto Arc, which I'm not fully offended by this. That's a good thing. Then I've got this USB-C in the front, because I'll have to pull everything out and show it to you, but this USB-C in the front is going to another kind of dock that I bought for the deck that has 3 USBs, because I was like, oh, my SteamDeck, I want to be able to use a keyboard or mouse, and more importantly, a network cable, because downloading shit to my dock, I was going to try to think of another word that rhymed like DOCSIS. With Wi-Fi is fucking annoying because I got like 5 megs a second into that, and I downloaded R-Factor 2 and it's like 60 gigs. So this dock into this dock gives me access to Cat 5 and actual hardwired internet, which is great. And then on the side of it here, we've got, I'm going to have to start unplugging things. We've got 3.5 millimeter and 4.4 balanced outputs, which is how it applies to this channel and its audio greatness. And then on top of that, I'm gonna put a small extension on it at some point, especially when I do the deck, which I had to find this, because I need to flip this, and this has got heavy cables. Then there's a screen back here that when you plug into the side of the dock to use the DAC and the amp, there's a little touch screen. You see it's blue. If you hold that down for 1.5 seconds. Oh, I'm sorry, it won't work unless, all right, there's some quirks and features that we need to fucking beat with a stick. I really like this unit, all right? I haven't used it very long. In fact, it's probably been 3.5 hours. And you know why it's been 3.5 hours? Because I plugged it in today, 3.5 hours ago, and I've been trying to just work out, okay, What does it do? Is it good at this? Is it bad at this? And it was so confusing. I'm going to literally unplug everything. All right, you agree? I agree. Let's pop that out, pop this out, get rid of this. I have no idea how this is going to handle. Oh, there goes the power leaves, so therefore the display goes out, but you don't need the power for the display. Then we're going to plug it from the laptop. Oh my God, thank God. Relax. So here it is. It's very handsome, aluminum. It's actually a wedge shape. It's not just a square thing. It's fatter on the back side than the front side. We have got an attached USB-C, which I'm going to remember to put this on right now to make my life a lot easier. Should have done that 3.5 hours ago, didn't do it. I tried using it with a standard little adapter to go to regular USB. Didn't seem to enjoy that on my older laptop, so not sure if it's even a possibility. The back side of it, which you guys didn't see, you've got a little indicator that shows when it's plugged in and powered. This is for up to 100 watts of a PD of USB-C. So you can charge, my laptop will not charge via USB-C, but SteamDeck will, and nicer, newer laptops will. So you can have this plugged in. The whole point of a dock is, in case you don't know, is you take your dock, you shove everything onto it, then you plug in your device that you're going to go around with, use it at home with monitors and keyboards and mice and audio devices that are external and all that wonderful shit. And then you go, boom, unplug one wire, walk away with it, and go use it on the bus and train stations and in prison, wherever you go to use your laptop, and then or tablet or game console thing, and come back and plug it in, and all your stuff just hooks up. So what it has is the ability to power pass through, which I'm using the one from the SteamDeck, which when I hook up the SteamDeck, because I haven't done that yet, because it was 3.5 hours of figuring out the quirks on Windows, and we're going to find out the quirks SteamDeck, fine. You get a 4K 60 output, which again, that is a 4K screen. That is a Philips 932M1RV. I'll get to the actual, little link to it in the description because that video is coming up. So hook that up. USB 3.2. In fact, it's got 3 USB 3.2s. And I don't know what that actually means. Like, why is it 3.2 at 2.0 and then 3.0 and then 3.1 and then 3. I don't know. And then you've got this touchscreen, which when enabled, you hold it down and you can switch between 3 different sound modes for the output: hi-fi, movie, and gaming. So this will actually output differently depending on what mode you set it in. I don't know how that actually works yet. We're going to pick a headphone. I either have the HP3s, or I've got the Atriums, or I've got the Tiger 300Rs, or I can go get the Rhodes, probably get the Rhodes for the actual assessment. But you hold this down and then it changes color. Other side, let's finish this tour. USB 3.2, USB 3.2, USB Type-C, which is another input, which is what I had this thing plugged into, and then a micro SD card and a full SD card reader, and we're done on the tour. It's very light, it's very nice. The wire feels super robust, and like you could twist it and it doesn't feel like it's gonna break at any point. So this is nice. You're gonna want that in a dock. DAC. Okay. Let's plug it all back in. Because there's quirks that it was infuriating me. And it's not like world breaking where it's like, oh, you can't use this thing because of this. But for some reason, we got to do this in the right order. It's like that scene in Apollo 13 where they're turning things on and they got to do it in the right order or the amps are too low. One of the weird things is like here, it says hi-fi, movie, gaming, 4K 60. Was my doorbell. I'm assuming someone just delivering something and isn't needing my attention. If they ring it again, I'll go upstairs. So you see there's a white light, means it's powered by the laptop. But you see the lettering is this direction, right? Where you can read it. So when I rotate this way, why is the lettering this direction again? That means when you put this down, one of these sides is going to be upside down. It's just not going to be. It's not going to be. It's just not going to be. All right, I got to go check the door. Fucking FedEx, leave me alone. I'll check for the packages. Don't ring my doorbell. It's always FedEx. At least they didn't seem to throw it through the window, which is nice. So where was I? So yeah, that's a weird quirk. It's just like, there's no right side, and you can't like stand it up like this because then you cover half the inputs in the bottom or outputs in the bottom, depending on what you're doing. I mean, you guess you can go by the balance and headphone symbols on the side, making this the correct orientation. Doesn't really matter. So I'm going to plug the power in first. Even though it doesn't power the laptop and charge the laptop, I'm plugging it in first because the main issue I have with this thing, because we're going to talk about sound quality, because we want to know if it's a decent sound. Hear that? Did you hear what it just did? Boom, boom, boom. Every time you plug something into this unit, it's like a whole other unit's been plugged in, even though it exists. So let me get the monitor on, because I wasn't going to use the internal laptop screen. Boom. That should then boom there. Give that a second to boom. We have this for the external DAC in the dock. Boom. I'll see if I can find that wallpaper too, because I set that on my laptop for personal use, but I'll see if I can add that to the horde. So basically, I think this might have been a first time thing. Like, I don't think this will happen for you constantly, but like, I had the power not plugged in, had the monitor work, had everything plugged in. Then I plugged the power in and everything reset. It like turned the whole unit off and went, wait, we've got power now. Turn it back on, and then found everything again. The biggest frustration in audio, or in the audio part of this, is the fact that I plug it in just raw, sitting here, and I'm like, all right, let me go into Windows and check the settings for this audio device, because it's an audio device. It's a card reader too, and it's a USB, but it's an audio device, and it's not there. And I was like fucking losing my mind. Like, does it need drivers? No, it doesn't need drivers. I read the manual. I know how to read. Driver, no. And then I plug a headphone in, and it goes ba-doop, because it literally didn't turn on the headphone amp, because the headphones weren't plugged in. So the screen in the back that's supposed to change different colors by holding it a second and a half doesn't work right now. Of course, there's no headphone plugged into it. And then the card readers didn't show up in Windows until I plugged a card into it. Then they showed up in Windows. So literally this device sits there doing nothing until you start plugging things into it. By the way, it's the SD card from the sound recording demo Zoom recorder. Anything on there? That's cool. Folder 1. No, it's empty. I got to do some more sound demos. So that works. This is the important one, because this thing's got the internet, which I was amazed that this like dock into the internet just worked. I had to disable Wi-Fi there to make sure. And then let's our final plug, which I will link to this, because I got this on like a crazy, ridiculous sale. This is a Hex Gears Nova. It's not the Supernova, but it's the Hex Gears Nova, like 10 keyless. I don't know how I'm not a keyboard guy. Like, if you say, hey man, you got that 10 keyless with the and I'm like, I have a small one. It doesn't have a numpad. It's powering that just fine off of the USB, by the way. So okay, so now we should have this. We have this, we have this. Do we have the internet? And I can tell you if we have the internet, because this music doesn't exist on the unit, so it's got to be connected to the network. Which, if we go up here, we can set it, by the way, to play out of the Philips 329M1RV, which is that screen. Music. Apocalypse Now, you ask for? Yeah, no, it still sounds like a monitor over there. Not exactly the greatest sounding display. We'll get to it. So now I'm going to set it to... Is it not here? All right. Here's what I'm going to do. It's not here. I can't play music out of this because it's not on the list of devices in FooBar, because there's nothing plugged into it. That's the biggest fucking, like, why? That I can tell you about. Let's plug these in, because I haven't done it yet. So, the peanut butter leather on these are Klipsch headphones. Klipsch, make headphones again. On this Triple-Win Grandia cable, and then wait, we're going to plug it in. And if I was playing, it would all go whoop, whoop, whoop. New sound device occurs. So that still happens. The sound device, if you unplug the headphone, whatever you're playing on just dies. It's like, nope, thing's gone. What do you mean it's gone, McCready? I mean, it's gone. So let's take it off of that. There it is. Now it's there. That's just the strangest thing. Like, is it a power saving method? That when you unplug it, it's gone? So, I was gonna set this up even crazier with sets of speakers, because you could do the 3.5 and the 4.4. And then, like, you can plug in the 3.5 and the 4.4 at the same time and they'll both output. And then if you unplug the 3.5, then it goes through like a 12-second cycle of, oh, you disappeared, and now is a new thing. So just be prepared to have like, basically plug everything in and don't take it out. This is not the type of unit you want to go and swap headphones in and out. This is for mounting to your desk and being done. If you want to switch to that, here we could just do that. We'll just go over here, Apocalypse Now, Chef's Death, switch to the EXO XA10, put you down, pick you up. This review is coming. This review is coming. I'm going to review that. That review is coming. You're doing right now. There's a whole, I should just do a whole 25-minute video into what the hell I have left to review before I buy things for the $10,000 in the spending spree. That's going to be fantastic. Oh. Ooh. Clean's death. Spoilers. So yeah. So the actual DAC, let's get to the sound quality of the DAC, because that's what you care about. It's slightly underpowered, as you might assume, considering it's literally running, if you don't externally power it, it still can run a 4K 60 display off of it, and a card reader, and this keyboard, and the mouse, so it's stealing as much power through USB-C as it can get. Like, I had hooked up the atriums to it, because I'm like, why wouldn't I? Atriums are amazing. CMF atriums, linked in the description. They're a little power hungry. And a little power hungry means you can get it to play, and you can get it to like listenable levels, but not to like listenable levels. These, on the other hand, super easy to drive. So if I blast this to 100%, because you obviously have to use the Windows, no external volume control. They have that touch thing for switching between the different modes, but they didn't think to make like an analog touch. I'm still waiting for that, where it's just like a touch surface where I could raise the volume like in 5 or 6 swipes. That would be great. It doesn't do that. All right, let's put the volume back up over here. Yeah, that's... What was the one... Oh, I'm trying to pause this here. She's not playing anything. What was the one IKKO? The Zerda. IKKO made the Zerda, which was a USB dongle, USB-C dongle that had SPDIF out, had fiber optic out. I keep it in the thing back there. So this is really the second time, maybe the third, maybe I'm missing one, but there haven't been many IKKO audio outputting devices. IKKO makes the OH10s. IKKO makes the OH1Ss. IKKO makes IKKO products. And this is a very, very new thing for them. Yeah, we are blasting. John Wick 3, he shot my dog. That's... Yeah, I have to a comfortable listening level with these headphones is negative 10 decibels on that. I know that I pulled out the... There. The Dunu Zen Pros, because these are my stethoscope to the audio world, and these are the most sensitive volumes I have. But I know these, negative 18 dB on that was as much as I could take in the balanced output. The regular output, the 3.5 millimeter, is a little less powerful. I think this is an actually balanced unit. I don't have anything to switch back and forth between it. But like, it was running the Tigers to an acceptable level. It's not a powerhouse in 3.5. It seems to do remarkable things with efficient headphones on the balanced. And for $100, because you got to keep this keeping this in perspective, this whole unit's $100. So if I said go out and get a card reader, that's 20 bucks. 15 bucks, you get a cheap one. Get a USB hub. Get a USB hub that passes through PD100 powering. Oh, and also get one that has an audio output. We're talking about minuscule amounts of cost on every part, because they have to make this for like 30 bucks and then sell it for 100. So it sounds decent enough to use right here and now. If you I'm going to compare it in a second to the output of the SteamDeck. The output of the SteamDeck, I've only used lightweight headphones on it. This is going to be the fun. This is going to be the funnest thing that's about to happen and go down is me unplugging this from here and plugging it into the SteamDeck. So I guess I'll do it on video and then pause once the explosions stop. So assessment for computer, for wallpaper computer lady there. This thing is fantastic for $100, except for the fact that it's weird how it's... I don't know the orientation is supposed to be. Oh, one more second. Wait. Now that we're plugged in, we can switch the audio modes. Which, oh my God, this is a thing I'm doing. So we're currently in movie mode, I believe. That's what the blue one is. Hold on. Yeah. Hi-fi is yellow, movie is blue, and purple is gaming. So hold that down. I hear a clickle. It changed. Now we're in purple. Come on. Did I fuck it up or picking it up? Oh, God. Does it... Wait a second. Are you telling me that when I switch the modes, it becomes like a whole new device? Oh, don't do this to me, too. Yeah, it's giving me the 12-second wait. It's like you have to wait now. What do you mean I have to wait? Well, you switch modes. It's like a whole new device. This thing reinvents itself. This is better than Madonna. This thing, every time you plug anything in or switch a mode, it's like, I'm going to reinvent myself. Play. Unless something actually physically broke. Oh, it's not showing up. Wait a second. Unplug it. That goes back to blue. Plug it back in. Purple. Wait for it to show up in the list. Wait for it to show up in the list. Oh my God, it says headphones. It reset entirely as a different Windows device. How? That's silly. All right, hold on. I'm going into it. Sound control panel. We're learning things together. Sound control panel. Because I renamed it. I renamed it as IKKO ITX01. And now it's not showing up as IKKO ITX01 because I changed the sound modes. What other device did this? No, wait, there it is. It's there as I named it. I'm hitting play on something. Anything just got to play music, please. Okay, now it's back to its original name. And we're playing again. I don't know what, then stopped again. All right, hold on. Pausing, figuring this out. All right. I got that window open so I could see it. There is a 10-second missing in action when you switch audio modes. It literally, the audio device, as far as Windows is concerned, disappears for 10 whole seconds, and then you can put it back on. So I'm currently listening to the John Wick soundtrack with light blue, which light blue is movie mode, and it's a little bit bass here. It's definitely like hammering it at you. I'm gonna hold this down. Clicks purple, disappears. We wait, we admire the scenery while this does its thing. I don't know, like it's rebuilding something, like it's the Golden Army from, okay, there, it's back. It's back as a different device. When you're in gaming mode, it's a different device. That's wild. So does that mean I have to, this is a whole lot of things happening right now, by the way. So hit play, nothing happens because that device isn't in foobar. So I'm gonna close foobar entirely. And then I'm gonna relaunch foobar because I can see in Windows, it says headphones. Now it's officially headphones. Before it was an output device. When you have it in gaming mode, which is the purple one, now it's headphones. So yeah, the device disappeared. We go down, we switch to headphones, and we go back to the volume's, wow, the volume is weaker. Oh, Windows changed. Of course, Windows lowered the volume down to 40 or something. I'm about to blow my brains up, aren't I? Hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh. All right, so gaming seems the, it doesn't sound bad. That's the thing. The movie mode is a little bit too much, you know, depth into the low end. It's like you're listening to a movie. The gaming mode is actually pretty nice. I think it might do a bit of a highs tweak. Like, obviously, I haven't changed too many of these options because they keep breaking everything. But it's an understandable break. It's like just deciphering an ancient artifact. It's like, well, if we turn this towards the east and the sun hits it, the dinosaurs come back to life and kill us all. Okay, don't do that. Try it towards the west. That's what this feels like. I'm decoding this cluster. Fuck. Because this is still worth $100 to get something that does everything it does and that. All right, now I'm hearing it in this song. Is like a little bit... Is it a little thin? Because gaming, if I was going to design a gaming mode, it would up the treble, which is what this is doing. So it's very song dependent if you'd like it. If you're going to play games and you want that, you know, snappy, snappy gunshot over my head, footsteps, gaming mode. I'm listening as a hi-fi enthusiast, though, so we're going to hold this down for another 1.5 seconds. That's going to break. It's disappeared. We're going to wait, admire the scenery again for another, God knows, 10 seconds. I was going to say God knows how long, but I do know how long because I can count. We're going to wait. We're going to wait. Boom, it's back. So now we have to go back into this, and it will not be there under that device. It's going to be back under the one I labeled. And now we can put back on that exact same song. Yeah, the hi-fi version, the hi-fi output, the yellow output, great. The yellow output is perfectly fine. It's smooth and clean, and it doesn't sound terrible. It doesn't sound like a $5 sound output device. It's better than an internal laptop headphone out. I can tell you that much. And it has enough power to drive something like this perfectly fine. Harder to drive headphones, you're not gonna want to. $100 isn't gonna make them go. $100 here makes this go, but $100 here doesn't make that go. And if you need to, you just switch to an actual USB device. I guess you can get. You know what I would add to this? You know what would be my perfect combo for this would be this, and then I have the little Duke. I forget the model number, but the Duke one that converts it from USB to gives you fiber optic and coaxial digital. I would just glue that together with Blu-Tack, because if I'm going to take my laptop somewhere, odds are I'm going to want to be able to have a fiber optic and coaxial digital output to plug into DACs and then splitters and do my whole desk. So have we reviewed this thing fully now? It's just weird. It's got its weirdness. Plug something in, and it goes, okay, hold on. I will now enable that in Windows and then find the drivers. Like, you plugged it in and nothing happened. It just lit up. It was like, all right, light. And then I started plugging things into it, and that's when Windows was like, oh, yeah, this thing exists, totally. And then again, if we unplug the headphone out, completely disappears. Completely gone. That bothers me more than anything, because I would like it to exist as a device, even if nothing's plugged into it. But it doesn't. So we have to learn to live, laugh, and love with this thing and its issues. Plugging that in, I'm going to let it show back up again on Windows. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe this screen off on my shirt, because, oh my God, I'm going to wake it up, and this will get a full review. Ooh, I think we should probably do Sonic. 65 minutes in the last 2 weeks. A? Yes? I'm learning things. I'm old. People are old. I'm going to unplug that. So this dock, this is how it would work. You would take this laptop now. If I open the laptop up, the laptop should be entirely on its own. You note the keyboard is still lit up because I have that external power into it. So here we go. Look, everything disappeared. It's still working. Now. Now we're going to test the real test. This is the test. Because this should work here, even though it's Linux. We're gonna pray to. And it works. I had sound. And then the sound stopped. For a split second, the headphones were just working. Now they're not working. Now I don't hear any sound anywhere. It says XA10. Oh, it worked for a split second here, and then decided, you know what, Zeos, you don't want to listen to it on the internal. You want to play your SteamDeck. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're gonna fucking rock it out. So wait. If you have a Steam Deck, buy one of these. Look at that. I got a mouse and everything. Oh my fucking Christ. Can I get the monitor to work though is the question. How do I make the monitor go? Can I make you go with this? Because that's... Hold on. Wow, this sounds amazing. I mean, I'm not using the output of that now. I'm using the output of this, and I'd have no idea in Linux how to make it switch. All right, hold on. Wait. Oh, all right, hold on. You can watch me fucking fail for a second. Yeah, missed all those rings on purpose. That's what I did. All right, we're going to give this whole Steam Deck an entire kill that mouse bot. We're going to give this whole Steam Deck its own video. What I need to do now is exit the game and then probably switch this to desktop mode. Power, switch to desktop. And then I might be able to get that thing to do a thing. Because I feel like in the game mode, it may not have the... Oh, God, of course there's just titty, Alucard. Female Alucard titties is the wallpaper. Sue me. It's the only one that says aspect ratio, all right? I don't know what I'm doing. So, how do I get to... I have seen... Again, we are now in an operating system that I am not used to. I guess I would hit this and then go to System... Utilities, settings, system settings. Okay. I'll just type in display configuration, which I could just use the mouse. It's being weirded out. Okay. So yeah, it is a 5x8 screen. So the fact that I found a wallpaper, which I will not be actually. Fuck it. I'll put that wallpaper in the wallpaper horde. Zeos. Alucard as a female naked in the wallpaper horde. I don't know. It doesn't see it as a device. So it may not work to output my Steam Deck to a display. This might require more. When I go to give this its full review, if this can do it, I will have figured it out. But as of right now, display configuration says laptop screen, 1280 by 800. 60 hertz. Oh, wait. Laptop screen. What? What is happening? Upside down. What? I'm just confused by what it's... My head applied. That kind of rotate. Oh, that didn't help. That's not helping. That's not helping my entire situation. So this is still finding this. So... I know the sound works, and I know I could use it as a USB host for a keyboard, a mouse, and fucking DAC amps. So yes, the Steam Deck works with that in Linux like that. Almost faster than Windows. Will it work to output the display? That's to be determined. So yeah, thank you to IKKO for sending this out, because IKKO sent this out. IKKO's also going to sponsor a couple of videos, which is nice of them. And they're probably going to want to pump this thing, which has its faults. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's got its faults. It's got its annoyances. I'm more worried about annoyances than faults. A fault you can't fix. An annoyance, they might be able to tinker with the firmware. I feel like it's a physical thing. When you unplug the thing and it's like, no. That's something they're gonna have to work out all on their own. But I love the fact that this thing just works, boom, in here, and it worked, boom, in my laptop. And I don't have to unplug anything, hopefully. Oh, do I have the network? Let me just check. I've got Bluetooth. I've got... It is charging. The actual charger for the Steam Deck is into it and charging this. Basically, this should have just started with the Steam Deck, because if you can use this with the Steam Deck. In fact, I might even have to title it a must-have for the Steam Deck and then not get to it for like 35 minutes. Let's see. What do we got? We've got wired Ethernet connected. We're connected to the internet via wired. So, honestly... This is the unit to get if you have... Yeah, what am I using the touch controls for? This is so much better. Let's watch a video. Who's this guy? He's so sexy. My favorite part about the Steam Deck is you hit the button and it just sleeps. Well, Resource shutdown, sleep. Sleep. All right, links to this on all the sites, unless I specifically want to mention other sites, in which case IKKO will get whatever they want linked. Wallpapers all available in the Horde. That one's on Imager also, but I can't link it here because Imager is like, there's a weird YouTube thing, but it'll be the code. I'll link to this keyboard, a couple of things I plugged into it, certainly this thing, because that's how this has now become a thing. So I just got to 3D print a thing using that Elegoo Neptune 3. I will 3D print a thing that'll hold that on the back of this, possibly with this, in a way that I could have it just be a big fucking chunk. Be like a 9-pound damn SteamDeck. And maybe one of those guards to block the thing. Yeah, links to everything. Thank you to them for sending this out. I'll link to this extension as well. And I will see you all for the mega yard sale, which is coming up August 1st through August 10th. I've got piles and piles, thousands of dollars and stuff's going out. At least two pairs of speakers, portable, M17, that big headphone amp. That actually, it's a small tube headphone amp that's also a headphone stand. It's great. Anyway, look for that video coming up in 2 days. That's been this video today. God, good, fuck, yeah. I'm happy. This needs a waifu before I can stick it on this, though, and then we'll be golden. Patreon and subscribe star support this channel. See reviews early, participate in yard sales, like the mega yard sale. Lossless sound demos. For $10 a month, you get in the private behind-the-scenes Telegram chat, which lets you also question me any way you want about your setup or things you need to buy directly. You get into a lifetime swap meet channel. You get to buy, sell, and trade gear. Don't forget to check out the Hi-Fi Guides forums, which is a forums about audio that's run by DMS and I, so it's not full of bullshit. At least we're trying to make it not full of bullshit. A lot of big talk about IMs in there, and I want to bring it more to like all things. All things. Anyway, now I'm done. Did I forget anything else? No, I'm done.